non-league side, Stocksbridge Park Steels.
Hello and welcome to Brackenmore for this Northern Premier League East match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United. I am your commentator this afternoon, Adam Allcroft, for what is a cross-border Yorkshire derby. Ossett just on the other side, over in West Yorkshire, us the top non-league side in South Yorkshire. The Steels, though, have had their struggles over the last few weeks. It's now no goals in 4 games after the 3-0 loss at Emley on Tuesday night. So the Steels will be doing all they can to score. They might be able to learn something from this Ossett side. Since James Walshaw's community manager, they have been free scoring. Scored 4 goals against Brighouse at the weekend and even put 3 past Belper a couple of weeks ago. Walshaw's appointment seems to have turned the club around. Before, they looked like they might be heading towards the northern counties. Now, they're moving up the table and look like if they can continue that form, they should be safe. The Steels will look to try and use Ossett as a way to get back to form. The Steels did get a win over at Ingfield back in October, a 1-0 win. Alex Hardwick scoring a goal late with a header from a corner kick. However, the Ossett are a much improved side from then. We're just getting a few handshakes in the middle as we're getting a few OKs from everyone before being gone away. Our referee say is Mr. Constable, with the assistants being Mr. Morton and Mr. Marsh. So we're just getting our final few checks from our official. We'll go through the teams for you now. So for Stocksbridge Park Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal. Jordan Lemon comes in for the injured Tom Charlesworth. Jack Tinker at left back, then Curtis Turner the captain. Elliot Owen and Paul Eagledon are in central defence. Oliver Grezlak and Alex O'Connor make up the rest of the midfield. James Morris is the centre forward, with the wingers being Tommy Marshall and Jack Dolman. On the bench is Elliot Murray, Ash Butterworth, Harrison Poulter, Silas Valzell-Collins and Andy Ring. For Ossett United, Alexander Petrovic is in goal, then joined by Harvey Rowe and William Callaghan in the defence. Connor Qualter, Ellis Farrow and Joshua Burns are next up. The midfield being completed by Edward Church and Joshua Askew. Up front is Joseph Crosby, Benjamin Tweed and Alfred Steele. The bench is Alfie Proctor, Louis Stevens, Oliver Johnson, Oscar Rashke and Jacob Bacon. So Ossett United will have the kick-off for this game. Ossett looking to get ready and looking to follow up their win against Brighouse with a win here. Ossett, your starters off in an all-pink kit, here from right to left. Got some unique black patterning on it as well. While Stocksbridge Park Steels are in yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socking from left to right. Jordan Lemon has got the ball now after the throw-in. Sends it forward, looking for Dolman, but headed away strongly. Grezlak gets a touch on it, back to Lemon, he's going to return it up front. Dolman tries to head on, uses a bit of a shoulder, but Joshua Burns volleys it away. Will go back to Townsend. It's short out to Eagledon, now to Owen, who takes his time with it. Over to Tinker, who will give back to Owen. Sends it forward, but well cleared away by Joshua Burns, and back into defence. Owen will take it under control. So up front now with Ossett, Benjamin Tweed getting a turn on his man quite well, doing down that right wing, but then won by Jack Tinker, good physical battle won by him, but he's only going to return it to Crosby on the right wing. Tries to play in the middle, blocked by O'Connor, return to Tinker, and he'll send it forward, and Morris will now look to be a proper hold-up striker, and he's done well holding off Burns. Back into Turner, who played forwards, and Dolman has broke into the space. Dolman on the left, can he find Marshall in the middle? Booming cross, he's going to evade everyone, and Ossett will be the first to answer it left back. Sends it away with Steele now, who's run into some trouble, and it's been won by Grezlak, but he tries to get the pass off, blocked by Askew and back in Ossett's defence, but only cleared out to Lemon. Into the middle, Morris tries to get it back, but it's off target, and Tweed will intercept and send it forward. All the way back to Townsend. Forward to Owen. And turn the play out to O'Connor now, out to the left and back to Owen. Stocksbridge starting with plenty of pace so far in this game, as Tinker's on the ball now, carrying it forward. Looking for Dolman, gets it through to Dolman. Dolman with some pace, putting the cross in. It's a poor cross in the end, and it's frustrating because twice we've seen Dolman get past Harvey Rowe, use his pace, get the space down the left, but both times his crosses lack the quality. He's doing well, Dolman, getting past Harvey Rowe. That's the tricky part, that's the difficult bit. He's just not getting his crossing right at the moment, and that's letting him down. Ball's gone right out for a Stocksbridge throw. And Turner back to Lemon, short to Grejlak. It ends up being a booming pass backwards all the way to Townsend. Townsend will roll it over to Elliot Owen, taking control over to Tinker. Forward it is Dolman. He's been forced backwards at the moment though, on the halfway line, back to Turner. He's going to send it forward for Morris, goes over, he flicks it over the head of the defender, goes into the attacker to O'Connor, back to Tinker. Short pass to Morris, and he tries another little clever touch. That one doesn't work out for him. Ossett on the ball, and Ossett looking to get the counter-attack on. Good work by Farah initially, but his pass was off target, intercepted by Owen. Steals back on the ball. Forward from Lemon, bit off target, but Marshall might be able to get it off a poor touch from Callaghan, but Callaghan recovers it, turns it to Farah, who sends it long. Iggulden heads away, and couldn't outplay. Both teams will appeal for it. Lemon left it because he was convinced it would be a Stocksbridge ball, and he is correct. So back now with Lemon for this throw-in. 3 minutes gone. 0-0 here as Lemon clips the ball forward, headed away and then flicked on by Tweed into the middle for Askew, who avoids the Turner charge. Owen though has got it as the pass was misplaced. Forward to Dolman, who's looking to shield the ball away from Rowe, but Rowe wins that battle. First time he's won a battle with Dolman today. In the midfield for Ossett, but it's a poor pass. Owen intercepts. Takes it forward, evades one tackle, slips it forward to Turner. Turner gets it caught under his feet a bit, gets tackled, but it goes back to O'Connor. Stocksbridge still on the ball, and O'Connor will send it out to left to Dolman. Dolman turns and he's going to face up with Rowe. Dolman's looking to go on the outside, slips that forward. It's a bit too far, and Ossett will be able to just shield that and let it go out of play. Some positive play for the Steels so far in this game. Some goals to tell you about already in the Northern Premier League East. Concert ahead against Newton Aycliffe in that Durham derby. Brandon Holdsworth is the scorer, while Lamin Manor has scored for Carlton in that Nottinghamshire versus Derbyshire match as they take on Belper Town. Back with Petrovic for the goal kick. Sent long, Petrovic slips as he does so, but the ball will be headed on as it goes back now, and then Stockbridge return it forward, and back in defence Farah will just allow that to get back to Petrovic. Chucked out over towards Callaghan, takes control of it, being pressed by Tommy Marshall into the middle, then clicked on but blocked by Turner. Marshall will fight for this, comes off his back, and Grejlak's able to pick it up. Toe pokes it to O'Connor, who switches back looking for Marshall, just a bit off target, and Callaghan able to step onto it, and back to Petrovic, who sends it forward, and Grejlak looks to challenge for the header, but it's ricochets, and back to Lemon, who sends it forward, and Marshall can't challenge for that. He was in an offside position, but Callaghan hasn't controlled it particularly well, but then Marshall goes in for the tackle, and that then triggers the offside. So I wonder if when you're a forward like that, you wonder, when am I actually onside again? When am I allowed to go tackle the ball? And I'll have to ask a referee some point when you are meant to tackle that, because I thought Callaghan had took a touch, so maybe Marshall shouldn't have been offside, but the rule book is its own beast with the way you can interpret the rules. If you are listening, by the way, on our YouTube chat, please feel free to get involved by commenting in our chat. We'll try to shout you out during the match, and your comments do help the stream, because for our 700 plus subscribers on YouTube, it really does help it actually get out to them with the YouTube algorithm. Harvey Rowe's done a really good burst forward for Ossett. He's got it to the corner of the box. Good overlapping pass goes into the box, but Owen's there first, clears it away. Morris tries to head it back into the field, gets to Grejlak, who knocks it forward, but that is intercepted in defence. And now spread out to Callaghan, who's got the space to move forward. Turner doesn't track him there, and Callaghan is going to get all the way down to the touchline, gets it away, but It's cleared away by Eagledon. Marshall challenge for it. Little push off though by Askew and into the middle, but not taken under control by the number 10 Tweed, and Steele's able to get it away. Dolman picks it up deep in his own half. Will send it long looking for Morris. Morris just can't get the touch of it. Goes into the box and then cleared by Farrett, blocked by the arm of Morris. Could have been danger for Ossett if not for that fact, if the referee hadn't spotted that. It is a fair call though in the end. 7 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 here. The Steels have looked positive so far, even if they are yet to create a chance. The Steels so far with 62% possession of the ball and have shown some positive moments going forward. All forward and Turner heads away. Dolman heads it on, but read before it gets to Morris and cleared away. And now Callaghan might have a chance down the left because Steels have left a gap there, and Callaghan will go one-on-one with Eagledon, puts the cross in near post. Townsend claims it, almost comes out to his hand with Alfred Steele waiting. Best movement of the game so far for Ossett. Consett having a great day so far in the Durham derby. They are now 2-0 up on Newton Aycliffe. Calvin Smith has scored from the spot. Only 8 minutes gone there. Townsend kick out, not great, goes out for throw-in on the halfway line. Back in defence with Burns. Left hand strapped up as Tinker heads it back into the box and Townsend will claim it. Oh, he has to watch it though because it wasn't the best header back. As just Owen on the ball now, sideways to Tinker. Has it under control now and not being pressed. Short to O'Connor, who returns it over to Eagledon. He carries it forward now. 4 men on the line for the Steels and sends it forward to Marshall. Takes it back a bit. Greshlat was offering as an overlap option, but we'll send it back to Lemon. Cuts in the middle, lovely footwork from Lemon. Forward blocked, and then second time pass gets it to Greshlat. Clips forward, look for Morris, but Farrett intercepts where it can make it to him. Cleared away, chested around by Church, but Tinker intercepts and clears it back, but only for Ossett, who sends it long. Look for Tinker, reads it well and heads it away. Dolman heads it back into the field. O'Connor has to though get a header on it, and Tinker's ball forward is clipped up into the air. Dolman trying to head it on, and it's just a bit of an aerial battle at the moment, and as Ossett collects it midfield, knock it long, and the offside flag will go up on Ed Church, who was trying to attack there. So a free kick for the Steels, which is quickly taken. Pass forward, but it's a pass that is not alive to anything, and Callaghan intercepts, and back in midfield now, set out to the left to Alfred Steele, facing up with Lemon, finds the overlap option, tries to get ball in the box, but Lemon blocks. Still Ossett ball, blocked again, and Marshall this time across it, but that's blocked as well. Lemon tries to get a tackle in, and it goes out now to Askew. Ossett spread it out into space with Qualter out to the right, but then tackled as Ossett tried to break into the box. It goes back to Harvey Rowe now, who's deep. Back out to the right to Qualter, looking for an option as he goes sideways and finds Askew, who's 4 deep. Going forward now with Callaghan, looking to get past Tommy Marshall. Looking to go out, and Marshall puts a side tackle and the block goes in. It's a throw into Ossett. Ossett certainly showing the danger. They've shown plenty of other teams in this league. Ever since James Walshall, the legendary striker of West Yorkshire, now in the dugout for the Sheepycorns. Back to Callaghan and then back to Tweed. Finds overlap. Offside flag will go up again, and that's twice Ossett have been caught out on the offside. 11 minutes gone in this game, and it is 0-0 still. God, it is a great day for Consett at the moment. They are now 3-0 up on Newton Aycliffe. Newton Aycliffe had been having a really good season. They could, with a win, they could have gone into the playoffs today. Barring a miracle, that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Consett having all the fun in Durham at the moment. Townsend sends it down the line, but headed away. Throwing to Stocksbridge, just inside the Ossett half. back with Lemon now. Taking his time on the throw, throws it forward to Morris, who does well shielding the ball, tries to get it forward, but the pass blocked. Dolman just a bit too late to it. Ossett will get it away, but blocked by Turner. Appeals for handball, but gets it through to Grezlak. Grezlak delays his pass, tries to find Marshall, blocked by Callaghan. Grezlak still has the ball. Grezlak will pull the ball to the middle. Petric claims. Dolman was waiting in the middle if Petric wasn't able to get to that. Grezlak's hard work there, creating that opportunity. Grezlak, who's been on the wings the last few games, I think he's far more effective in central midfield, and he's shown that with that. In fact, he's just worked hard for that ball and being able to get it back and then puts the ball in. That's had decent quality on it, but Petrovic was able to claim it at his near post. Ball forward, Marshall touched it on, but goes over the head of Morris and Burns. Petrovic will take it to feet in his box, and now we'll pick it up with Morris heading towards him. Ball flipped forward by Burns. It goes out of play though, and Stocksbridge will have the throw-in. "13 minutes gone in this game as Turner moves out to a challenge really well, but is then tackled at the second attempt. Ossett clear, and it will be another Stocksbridge throw, but they've got it further up the pitch this time, and it will be in the Steel's half. Back in defence for Eagledon now. And gives it over to Owen, and now with Tinker. Has to give it back to Owen after being put under pressure, and the defender will now send it long, but Rowe reads it, chests it down well. Back to Burns, who will send it forward, and Crosby just can't keep that in with his hanging left leg, and it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw once again. In the FA Cup, Ipswich Town are 1-0 upon Coventry City. George Hurst, the scorer. His dad played here a couple of times for Sheffield Wednesday for the reserve team, and as Ossett going forward here, and Turner stays down, he's clutching his head here, and then Owen puts in another crunching tackle that will have a stoppage as Ossett goes for the throw. But it's that challenge there that I think some of the Ossett fans were cheering wanted a red card for, but it looks like Turner came off worse, but it was a head injury and the referee did not stop it, which is not how it should be. So we'll have a stoppage for this injury. We are 15 minutes gone in this game, 0-0 here. Will be a throw-in. Elliot Owen's challenge was fair despite appeals from some of the away fans. The Seals will have to be on top defensive duties today. Turner will now head off to the pitch. He's just still holding the back of his head. There will be checks on Turner to make sure he can continue to play safely, and hopefully we'll see him be able to return should he pass those checks. But the referee there will be having some examinations on himself after failing to catch that was a head injury. Harvey Rowe with the throw-in. Forward to Tweed, and then back to Rowe, who evades the challenge, but he's forced backwards, sips it forward, then back to the 1-2, takes a shot, it's over in the end, and good play from Ossett. Now, some nice passes in between them before Benjamin Tweed decided to go for the shot, but sends it decently over. Ben Townsend never looked too concerned in his goal. So back for Townsend for this goal kick, as the Steels will look to get the ball forward and try and end this goal drought. Ball forward, headed away, but then Stocksbridge will return. Dolman will look to be the first man on it, but it was Rowe who did get there, and he knocks it away, out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. So ball goes forward. Ossett coming forward well at the moment. Now finding the overlap with Callaghan. Callaghan then miscues that effort completely, and it is a goal kick. It was meant to be a cross. I don't think it was one at all. Now hit the 440-minute mark without a goal for Stocksbridge. Could hit the 500-minute mark today. Ball goes forward from Ossett, and Eagledon will head it away, but returned to now Owen will head it forward, and Morris will look to get on the end of it, but before it can get to him, Farah got it away. Now Callaghan, who's been put under pressure by Tommy Marshall, back to Farah, who sends it forward, but Turner intercepts. First touch pass to Grejlight. Grejlight will try to find Morris. Morris gets a good touch, sends it forward, but Marshall was just a bit off position for that forward. It goes back to Burns, who's able to clear it away all the way forward, but then O'Connor intercepts, and now Tinker will get a chance to go forward to Dolman, whose touch is heavy and goes out for a throw into Ossett. And Dolman, who's just been a bit frustrating today, who had those early moments where he got past his man well before sending in some poor crosses, and that touch there stopped a promising attack for the Steels. We're going to stop it, and now Avero was going to go for the throw-in. He stopped, goes again, and now we'll get it off. Ossett headed on, but we'll go back to Eagledon, who takes it in his path and will return it to Townsend after being put under pressure. Taking the touch, and we'll now send it back towards the left, looking for Morris, who heads it on, but no one's there for the head on. Rowan collects it and gives it to Burns, who now switches it, looking for Alfred Steele. Just going to bounce a bit too much for him and go out for a Stockbridge throw, though the idea from Burns was a nice one. Back to Eagledon, who will then send it back to Townsend. Controls it well, and then forward to Owen. Owen holding on to it well and fingers it over to Dolman, who dropped deep to help him out, but then back to Owen, who sends it forward looking for the runner Marshall, but cleared away before it can get to him. And Ossett being forced back here. Walter back to Petrovic, who launches it away. Eagledon will look to get it onto it, but headed on by Church, and Stockbridge do get away the second time. Tinker though passes it back, and Owen has to chase it down, and Owen will have to return it to Townsend now. Now short to Eagledon. Lemons opened himself up as an option, but Eagledon launched it down, and it will be followed by Burns, who sends it back to Petrovic. It feels like the goalkeeper's had the most possession. Not a great touch by Petrovic. Morris was not too far off getting to it, but and then Owen returns the clearance. Dolman on the ball now. Sideways to Tinker. Forward and misses O'Connor. Back to Farrow. Sends it away. Eagledon clears it out. Forward, and then Grejlight tries to knock it on, but it's just to no one in particular. And Rowe picks it up. There's not a high quality game at the moment, as Petrovic gets it back in his own goal, takes it away from the advancing Morris, and then Petrovic skins his pass across the box and out of play for a Stocksbridge throw in a decent position. Coventry City have equalised against Ipswich Town. Joel Latibadier, and I messed that one up. Derek Diere, I think it is at the end. Joel's equalised. Tinker back to O'Connor, currently on the centre circle. Eagledon picks it up and carries it forward. Provokes it to Lemon, who gets it forward to Marshall, who's tripped as he goes forward. It will be a free kick to Stocksbridge. So the Steelers have a chance to put the ball in. They do miss Danny Deakin in these sort of situations. Deakin out with that hamstringish injury at the moment, but Turner's not a bad set piece taker himself. So, and he'll have the opportunity to whip a ball in with this one. Here comes the right-footed effort from Turner, but it ends up going off target, and Petrovic able to claim it his near post. It's not the delivery that Turner will have wanted. Back with Petrovic now, so 22 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0. Nothing major in front of goal to talk about just yet, as Bit of head tennis between the teams at the moment. Goes down to ground, and O'Connor tries to play it back to Tinker, and I think it did come off an Ossett player last by the fact that Tinker was very slow to react to it. Some goals to tell about in the Northern Premier League East. Brighouse have taken lead against Liversedge in the West Yorkshire derby. Akil Francis has scored. Bishop Auckland are 1-0 up on Garforth. Joe Bartliff has scored that one. And Newton Aycliffe have started their comeback against Consett. They're 3-1 down now. Toby Pascoe has scored. Brighouse will climb out of the bottom four, and Liversedge drop into the relegation zone with that current result over in West Yorkshire. So Rowe with the throw-in for Ossett at the moment, and goes for O'Connor intercepts. He's being ragged around a bit, but holding on to the ball and trying desperately not to lose the ball, and he's come away with the ball really well. Alex O'Connor crosses the halfway line, gets it forward to Dolman, who just doesn't get it under control, but does get the pass forward. Morris will challenge for it, but it will be covered as it goes out for a goal kick, and Harvey Rowe is going to go down now, and that will be a concerning injury for Ossett to have to deal with. In the FA Cup, Bournemouth are leading against Everton. Antoine Semenyo has scored from the spot for the Cherries, and Fulham are beating former FA Cup winners Wigan Athletic. Carvalho, the scorer. I think that. So no upset at whatever they call what I know as the DW Stadium. It's keeping up with sponsored stadium names is so difficult at times. And trying to say Bolton Wanderers Stadium live on air is particularly difficult at the moment. It is the Tough Sheet Stadium, and it's an Ofcom violation waiting to happen. There's also a goal at Bramall Lane. Gus Palmer has scored for the Blades against Portsmouth. There is going to be a substitute here for Harvey Rowe. That is going to be the end of his game, unfortunately. It looks like Alfie Proctor is just going to be the man to head on. He's just getting his shirt on now, and we'll see him head on shortly. And he will go on before we resume play.
Ossett substitution, replacement number 2, Harvey Rowe, is number 12, Alfie Proctor.
So we'll see how the defence arranges itself, as he does get a lone applause from some of the travelling Ossett support, which I'm going to presume is his family. He has got a fine mane of hair on him, to say the least. It's like Brian Mays on a pitch. As Turner wins the ball, sideways to O'Connor. Not great control from him, but he does get it back again. Forward to Dolman. Has to get it back to Tinker, who sends it forward to Morris, who is holding up the ball really well. Gets it to Dolman, but then his touch again too heavy, and it goes out for an Ossett throw. In the FA Cup, Cardiff City are leading 2-0 against Stoke City in an all-championship tie. Oh wow, that game, by the way, at Consett is getting really exciting. Consett were 3-0 up. It's now 3-2. Liam Jarvie has scored the latest. Turner just clears the ball away, but Morris was thinking about making it into an attack, but Petric was not here. Petric gets it quickly out to Callaghan. He thinks he's spotted an opportunity there, but Callaghan is put under immediate pressure by Marshall. Back it goes to Farah, sends it forward, and he makes it all the way to Church. Back into midfield now. Slip forward now, ball now ricochets out to Callaghan. Drilled back into the middle for Church, who comes forward. Tackle goes in though, and stops to get away. Now Turner has the ball. He's looking for a killer pass to Dolman. Dolman takes it on his right, and he has to hold up the play. Back to Turner. Turner will try to go down the left. He's being followed by Askew, and then it's a bit too heavy from Askew, and it will be a free kick to Stocksbridge. It's all happening at Bramall Lane. There's another goal. This time it's for Portsmouth. Connor Ogilvie, the scorer for Pompey. They are playing up at Bramall Lane at the moment. So Turner will have his free kick deep, but Steels will look to get this into the box. At this point, with this drought, Stocksbridge will look to score a goal anyway. They won't even care if it comes off someone's bum, I think, at this point. Ball is going to go in. Owen heads it on, goes into the 6-yard area, punched away by Petrovic, and it will be a free kick as the forward, Tommy Marshall there, did go into Petrovic. It's one of those cases of keeper is always a bit more protected than every other person on the pitch. As the free kick goes for Petrovic to take now. As we just cross over into 28 minutes into this game. And we wait for Petrovic to take this free kick. Ball goes forward from him, and Owen's ragged around a bit, but no free kick. But Stockbridge, and then Stockbridge had the ball back, but then passed it right to Crosby, which is not a wise move. But they have got the ball back, and it for a second, Dolman then loses it, and then it's cleared out for a throw-in. So with the fact that we got Dolman and Marshall on the wing, Stockbridge obviously thinking of trying to resurrect that front three that scored free against Sheffield FC on New Year's Day. Last time Stockbridge won a game. Over a month ago now, as Tinker then launched the ball down towards Turner. Back to Tinker, right foot to ball, send forward to Morris. Headed away by the defence, but Dolman gets the touch, and then it's headed away. Tinker has it back, one touch pass to O'Connor. Now switch looking for Marshall on the right, but headed away by Callaghan. Picked up by Steele, back to Farrer it goes, being put under pressure by Morris, and Morris will get penalised for a push in the back. A goal over in another West Yorkshire derby happening today. Emley are 1-0 up on Bradford Park Avenue. Means that all three teams above Stocksbridge are losing right now. A win today could take Stocksbridge above Bradford Park Avenue, just 1 goal difference point behind Garther. That first scores stand. Petrovic clears the ball away. Eagleton heads away, flicked on by Grezlak. Qualto returns it, and Turner can only head behind him. Owen has to be aware, and he is. He gets it back to Townsend. Alfred Steele was waiting. Can I just say, the name Alfred Steele sounds like a wrestling character from the 1970s. Like you're expecting him to be a heel for Hulk Hogan to take on Saturday Night Main Event. As that poor header from Owen is going to lead Ossett to have a throw-in a dangerous position. "30 minutes gone in this game, and Ossett now with an opportunity to try and create something. Proctor, on the right now. Rowe having head off for that injury earlier. Proctor launches the ball into the box. Owen gets the header, and it's headed to the edge of the area. Ossett return it into the box. Lemon heads it away. Edge of the area, chested down by Church. Scuffs his effort, and Turner's able to clear. Back into defence for Ossett. Morris is pressing, but Ossett will just allow that to go out for the throw-in. Well followed by Farrer. Callaghan will come back to take the throw-in. Referee making sure he takes it in the proper position, despite his best efforts. Callaghan launched it away. Grezlak gets the next touch, but it will be a Stockbridge throw. I think it's one of those old playground things, because it looked like a foul on Grezlak. Ball went out of play because Grezlak was the last person to touch it, but I'm going to guess the referee's gone, probably might have been a free kick, almost free kick. And Lemon sent the ball to left hand side, but Proctor's beat Dolman to it. He's cleared it away, out to Askew, blocked off by Tinker there, and Tinker's going to come out forward with it. Back to Dolman, who has to return it. Not a great pass back to Dolman, who's, got to say, after those initial good promise from him, not been brilliant in this game so far. Grezlak's got the ball in some space in the middle. Outright to Lemon, takes the touch, forward to Morris, trying to return it back to Marshall on the right. Got a block on it, but Marshall's still challenging. Cleared out and slammed off the post of the stand here. Out for a Stocksbridge throw. So with Lemon for the throw-in. Will take it forward to Dolman, tries to get it back to his man, but I think it's come off Turner last, and it will be an Ossett throw. Stocksbridge still looking for a goal. Ball slip for Bagleton, cleared away. Ossett aren't happy with that, and he goes out for an Ossett throw. Thought that was a foul there, instead it's going to be an Ossett throw. But Stocksbridge, and that minute total continues to go up for Stocksbridge. We had to go 455 minutes now. Stocksbridge trying to fight for it, but well won by Askey onto the left now. Alfred Steele trying to keep it in, puts it into the box, but not a strong cross, and Owen tried to clear it, but he was charged down by Crosby. He's out for a goal kick, thankfully. So it's back with Townsend for this goal kick. Short to Owen. Owen will carry it forward to O'Connor, who's going to return it back to Eagledon with a bit of zip on it, as Eagledon is on the edge of his own box at the moment. Over to O'Connor. Tinker's gone forward. Ian Richards is shouting orders as Stocksbridge playing on the back, just went over the head of Crosby. Eagledon sends it forward, but it's a poor pass, and also able to clear it away. All that pass from the back, and Stocksbridge haven't really done out from it. Ian Richards looks very frustrated on the bench as Ossett play it back. Forward now for Steele. Back to Burns. Sent forward. Tinker will look to cover it, but then a big charge in the back from Church, and will be a free kick to the Steels now. Absolutely amazing stuff at Consett. Newton Aycliffe 3-0 down in 15 minutes. It is now 3-3 in Durham. What a match that is turning out to be there, as Marshall looks to get the better of his man, but won by Ossett, and Proctor will send it back to Petrovic and then cleared away. Dean Fixon, by the way, has got that equaliser for Newton Aycliffe. Stocksbridge has been penalised for a push in the back. Got to be careful when you've got a constable as referee. Might get it nick. As long as he's not allowed to referee Met Police games, I think we'll be fine there. Back on free kick on the halfway line for Ossett. They're going to send plenty of players forward to try and turn this into an attacking opportunity. Here comes diagonal ball. Going to be flicked on by Qualter, and Lemon keeps it in. I think because it may have come off a Stocksbridge man last, he clears it away. Will be a throw in to Ossett. So back with Callaghan for the throw. Into the middle, back with Callaghan now. And back to Tweed, who will send the ball forward. It's a bit off target, it will go back for Townsend to claim. Goal in the Northern Counties. Frickley have taken the lead against Answorth 1-0. We haven't got a goal scorer yet for that. Ball goes long, looking for Dorman. It comes off him last, but Ossett have the ball, and they'll send it upfield. Eagledon will have to track it. He gets it off the Ossett man, but it's a throw-in right next to the corner flag. Jordan Lemon's not looking particularly happy about something. "36 minutes gone, remains 0-0 here. Stocksbridge still looking for a goal. Lemon throws it on, headed on, goes to Dolman, controls it well this time, looking for the pass forward to O'Connor. It's overhit. Petrick Welch's goal will clear it away. Booming ball away. Tinker's going to track it, but it will bounce into the box. Townsend will pick it up now. Roll forward to Eagledon, drills it forward to Marshall, puts it into the middle. Morris looking for it, but instead he's going to go to Dolman. Dolman almost gets away with the ball. Alfie Proctor on him well. Alfie Proctor moving to defensive midfield at the moment. As Owen has the ball in defence, and we'll send it back for Townsend, and Townsend sends it away, but it can only send it away for a throw-in. Ian Richards just cutting a frustrated figure in the Stocksbridge bench at the moment. Looking for some inspiration of what can Stocksbridge do to create an opportunity. Proctor launches the throw-in downfield, headed on towards the box. Flicked on, he could go to the edge area. Here comes a shot, and it's well wide in the end, but Stocksbridge won't be happy with the way that opened up quite quickly. Back in the 6-yard area now for the Steels for this goal kick. Shot to Eagledon, who launched it down the field, goes long, look for Dom, but cleared away now. Controlled by Askew in the middle, being forced back. Will find Proctor on the right hand side. Pass forward blocked by O'Connor, but ricochets back to Burns, who sends it forward. Owen can only head up into the air. Eagledon will then head it up to the left, and Turner picks it up over to O'Connor. It might open up a bit here. Forward looking for Morris. Pass is intercepted, blocked by Morrison, who cleared out for an Ossett throw. It's not a thriller, this, is it? Goal that affects both sides of the table has just happened over on the seaside. Ben Middleton has put Cleethorpes head away at Bridlington. That means, as current result, Stein Liversidge will not drop into the bottom four. Church heading down the right hand side. His path was blocked, but he has got another throw in for Ossett, quite close to the penalty box. We'll be back for a look. A Alfie Proctor throw-in. And it'll be a long one from the Brian May haired man. Long looping into the box. Owen can only head up into the air. And then Turner is the one who gets it properly away. Morris drops in, does it well. Sends it back to Tinker. Tinker drills past forward, blocked. It's going to ricochet kindly for Owen, thankfully. Could have gone anywhere. Tinker has it back, launched forward again, loops over everyone, and Farah will pick it up. Will be challenged by Dolman, but he sends it away. Tinker intercepts forward to O'Connor. Turns out of trouble, but only meets the other trouble of Askew. Tackle loops away from him though and goes out for a Stocksbridge throw. Ipswich Town are ahead in the FA Cup again. It's Harry Clark who scored for the Tractor Boys. Facing the team that knocked out Sheffield Wednesday in the Cup. As the ball does go forward, goes all the way to Petrick. He sends it away. Back for Turner, who drills it forward to Morris, and then Dolman has it. Dolman has a little trip, but keeps hold of the ball. Sends it back to Turner, then to Dolman, who's going to try and use a bit of pace down the left-hand side. Sliding challenge, hacks him down. Will be a free kick. And I feel like it might be a booking there as well. I think the referee stopped him moving just for a bit, but he might. It's Benjamin Tweed with that tackle, and he is getting talking to from the referee, and it will be our first yellow card of the game. Fair yellow card, that. So here comes Turner, the cross going in. Petrick comes out, claims it really well. Very confident goalkeeping. Quickly gets it out for a counter-attack. Ben Townsend wants his defence back as soon as possible. They need to be back as Tweed starts the counter. Gets a good pass to Crosby on the left-hand side. Lemon holding him off, forcing him further back. Steele's getting their defence back, and then Grejlak gets the block from the pass. Good defensive work for Steele's getting back from that counter-attack, which looked dangerous for a while. 42 minutes gone in this game. Remains 0-0 here. There is a red card for Bradford Park Avenue. Keenan Ferguson has been sent off in their game away at Emley. So Bradford Park Avenue 1-0 down and down to 10 men. Alfie Proctor will have the long throw here. Here he comes, launches the ball in, and Lemon will head it away. And then O'Connor clears it out. Morris will challenge for it, but first to it is Burns, who clears it back, and Stocksbridge return it out, looking for Marshall, can't turn, so sideways to Lemon. Gets it caught under his feet a bit, and then so he sends it back to Turner, and Turner just scuffs it a bit and sends it high in the air and out of play. It's an Ossett throw. Stoke have one back against Cardiff City in the FA Cup. It's Kumas the scorer. I think that's Lewis Kumas. I was going to say Jason for a second, but I think he's long since retired. Callaghan with the throw. Sending it downfield. Wrestling battle between Steele and Grezlak, but nothing given either way. I think that's fair. It's both. Grezlak has a play go into backroom and it will go out eventually with a Stocksbridge throw. Grezlak and Alfred Steele are starting to get on each other's nerves a bit, I think. That's going to be something to watch. Lemon with a throw. Into the middle to O'Connor. Back to Lemon. Takes the touch. Tries to get it back to O'Connor, but blocked by Tweed. Lemon with the throw in. Gives it to Dahlman, but going to be a stoppage here. Not sure what's happening here. Alex O'Connor's going to get summoned over here. The Ossett bench wasn't particularly happy. The referee's basically trying to tell everyone else to go away at the moment, as Connor Qualter and Alex O'Connor are the only men being allowed to talk to the referee, though Curtis Turner's hanging about. Oops, as captain. Didn't see what the incident was between the two, but the referee is given both a telling off. So not. So wait, we are going to continue after that talking to. Still not sure what happened, but we'll carry on, and Lemon will now get the chance to take his throw in. Been frustrated because he did find Grezlak in some space before. And Ossett are starting to shout for everything at the moment. As Lemon launches the ball down, it's headed into the midfield, and Grezlak tries to get the touch, but Ossett clear it away. It's out for a front, smacks off the top of the stand. Bournemouth are 2-0 up on Everton in the FA Cup. Daniel Jebson has scored.
2 minutes at a
So
time.
2 minutes at a time here. We are in the 45th minute, despite our clock saying otherwise. It does decide to stop every so often, I've noticed. As Morris tried to find Lemon, it goes out, will be an Ossett throw. So back now with Callaghan for the throw-in. Launches it downfield. Steele and Grezlak having that battle again. In the end, as Grezlak was being held, he could only head it out of play for another Ossett throw. Callaghan launched it downfield. Steele heads it on. Iggulden returns to the field. It's returned back to Iggulden, who heads it away. Steele heads it towards the box. Iggulden head away again. It's a tense match between the two as it goes down to Lemon, who volleys it away. Dolman looks to hold it. Ends up dropping deep. Back to Lemon under pressure. And then he was charged out. It goes down. It will be a throw in. Lemon slow to get back up after that late one into him. Stocksbridge throw though. Akil Francis are 2-0 up on Liversidge. And I say Akil Francis because he is the one who scored both goals. Brighouse 2-0 against Liversidge now. We'll go on. Morris sends it into the middle, and then Ossett clear. Another throw-in, just a bit further up for Lemon to take. Only 30 seconds left after a minute and a half out of time. And then throws it on, head away, goes back to Grezlak, sends it forward, cleared away. Turner looking to challenge for it, but it is cleared out, looking for Church. And Tinker has a bit of a late charge into Church, and it will be. It's a daft one for Tinker to give away. So free kick for Ossett. This will be the last act of this first half. Steels will need to defend it to make sure they go in goalless at the break, which is what they want now. So, chance for Ossett to get the ball into the box. Good ball going in, it's a decent ball in, but the header goes sideways, it's going to go beyond, but Crosby will pick it up on the right wing. Back into the middle to Burns. Now looking for the right side, overlap. Tackle goes in, and it's going to go, a man goes down, appeal for a penalty from the manager, but it's not going to be given, and now it will be half time. So it's 0-0 here at Brackenmore. There's not much more to tell you, to be honest. There hasn't really been many chances, if any. There hasn't really been much excitement. So it's 0-0 at the moment. We'll see you in 15 minutes where something might actually happen. See you then. Thank you very much for listening in this first half. I've been Adam Allcroft. Hello and welcome back to Bracken Moor for the second half of Stocksbridge Park Steels versus Ossett United. It's 0-0 here. The first half was one of the worst first halves we've probably seen here in terms of quality. There was not a single chance to tell you about. The closest we got was Ossett United having a few efforts that went fairly well wide. You know, Ben Townsend would never look too concerned. Hopefully we're going to get something a bit better in this second. Although there was no yellow card there for Benjamin Tweed. Wasn't given in the end. Thought it was. Thought we saw the yellow. Wasn't. So we have got Stocksbridge about to get the game underway. And here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks kicking from right to left, while Ossett United in the rather fetching all pink kick from left to right. Tinker's just won the ball quite high up the pitch, gives it back to Turner, sends it forward, looking for Marshall, looking back for Grace Slack, but it's intercepted, and now Crosby's on the ball. Gets a little pull on his arm from Turner, but advantage will be given, and then it will be intercepted by Eagledon, and then the free kick is now back for the advantage. Looks like Curtis Turner is going to end up in the book for that as well. I think for stopping a promising attack. So we're just going to keep an eye on this to see if Turner does get the yellow card. And yep, it will be the first yellow of the game, with Curtis Turner finding his way into the referee's book. Free kick just inside the centre circle for Ossett. So we'll go through the teams for you now. Ben Townsend's in goal for Stocksbridge, Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Elliot Owen, Paul Eagledon, Oliver Greslak, Alex O'Connor, James Morris, Tommy Marshall and Jack Dolman. The benches Elliot Murray, Ash Butterworth, Harrison Poulter, Silas Valladolid Collins and Andy Ring. Maybe Andy Ring is the solution to Stockbridge's goal drought problems. We'll go through the Ossett team after this free kick. Benjamin Tweed is going to put that into the box. He's headed on into the 6-yard area, and that's the biggest chance. I think Townsend made the save from close range. Big moment for Ossett. They were not able to take the opportunity. They're going to quickly get back on the ball though. Tweed is going to go down the left-hand side. Cook continues down the left-hand side. Tackle does go in from Turner. Appeals for both teams, but it will be a corner kick. So Ossett's team, Alexander Petrovich is in goal. Then Alfie Proctor, who came on for Harvey Rowe in the first half, is at right back. Then it's William Callaghan, Connor Qualter, Ellis Farrar, Josh Burns, Ed Church, Josh Askew, Joseph Crosby, Benjamin Tweed and Alfred Steele. The benches Louis Stevens, Oliver Johnson, Oscar Rashke and Jacob Bacon. Ossett now with the corner. They've started off well in this second half. Right for the ball into the 6-yard area. Header on and it's going to go over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick. Ossett appealing for the corner. There has been a goal in the Northern Premier League East already in this second half. It's Mikey Dunn who scored for Pontefract Collieries. They're 1-0 up on Ashington. And Wigan Athletic have equalised in the FA Cup against Premier League Fulham. Smith is the scorer for them. Ian Richards is shouting, "Come here," at Jack Dolman like he's just done something wrong. That's a head teacher, come on here. As Eagledon heads away a clearance, it goes forward to Morris. Morris takes forward, perhaps should have sent it, and there he is tackled as he held up. And just Stocksbridge just always feel a couple of seconds away late from the pass they need to, as Ossett get a free kick from another advantage. And the Stocksbridge fans are a bit frustrated at how long they are getting to the advantage, though I do think that one was actually fair. Another free kick just inside the Ossett half. It's for the away team. So free kick now for Ossett. On ball forward, it's going to be head away, and then Dorman flicks it away, but back it goes to Burns, who returns it towards the left-hand side of the pitch. Could be headed in, it could be Crosby first on, it then takes a couple of ricochets before falling to Townsend. Steele's get a bit lucky in defence on that occasion. Ball goes away to Ossett, tries to get it, but then back it goes to Owen. Sends it forward through the channels. O'Connor picks it up, takes himself out to the left to Dorman. Dorman tries to get past Proctor. Proctor gets the tackle in, out for a throw-in. Think with a throw. Quickly into Morris, who, if he can keep it in, might have an opportunity, but he does take it outside. Morris on the outside needs a bit of help, hasn't got it. Turner's offering himself, so is Dolman now. Morris gets it, he's going to put the cross in block, appeals for a handball, and Ossett will clear away on the edge of their area. Owen will head it back, Turner flicks it on, but back in midfield it goes. Qualter sends it over to left. Callaghan was screaming for it, and he gets it as he's going to now try and turn this into an attack. He's got an overlap option, finds the overlap option, and Turner trying to block a cross coming in, and it's actually Lemon who gets back to block that cross, and it will go out for a throw-in. Alfred Steele with the attack there, and it's going to stoppages at the moment. The referee's just holding up play. I think, it's because Elliot Owen needs to tie his shoelaces. I'm sure he can do that by himself, maybe with a bunny ear technique. And the left one goes under the right, gets it tied, and a few final flourishes from Owen for the shoelace tie-in. Continues. He's taking his time with it. This isn't a quick one, and here it goes. It is done, and his shoelaces are tied. Into the middle to Tweed from the throw, and then back to Tweed. He's deep now, looking to get something forward. He's going to go forward himself on the left-hand side, but the block tackle goes in. Turner tackles in. It's stayed in. Turner, low pass towards Morris. Morris trying to hold it, gets to the right to Marshall, who's coming forward. Morris, it's back to Morris on the right. Morris just needs a final cross. It lacks the quality. It's the best passing we've seen from Stocksbridge all game. But Morris shows why he's a forward, not a winger, because that cross just goes skies over the bar. Oh, that was just frustrating to see, because it was such good play down that right-hand side. It was quality football. We don't know what that looks like in the last few weeks. But in the end, it just goes over the bar. Pontefract had a really good start to the second half. Mikey Dunn has scored again. They're 2-0 up on Ashington. For a poor reform and got him in that relegation battle. They got away. Stocksbridge have headed the ball away towards Marshall. Marshall's trying to get round the outside of the left. Does. Proctor's fallen. Marshall on the left just needs to pick out a cross. Back out to O'Connor as Marshall is now clutching his hamstring. And then the attack goes in, and it's just like cross, and Marshall, he remains down. I think Stocksbridge will want to kick the ball out of play without one of their star men. Back to Eagledon. And we are stoppage now for Marshall. I think that's why he's not put the cross in like he would have normally done. He's felt his hamstring go completely there, and now Liv is on to treat it. As James Walshaw complains in the Ossett bench about the stoppage. James Morris is just sitting on the floor as well. I wonder if he's got in just this. We've already got Danny Deakin and Tom Charles out with injury at the moment. Hopefully it's just a bit of cramp for James Morris. But this is the really concerning one for Marshall, because he wasn't challenged. It's one of these non-contact injuries that are the ones that we're always concerned about. There's a goal in the FA Cup by Fulham, back ahead against, again, it's Ricardo Muniz. And Stoke City have equalised against Cardiff. Lewis Kumas has scored again. Come back from 2-0 behind. Marshall is back to his feet, and we'll just head over to the sidelines for a moment. And now Liv Phillips will move on to her next patient, James Morris. Andy Ring had headed on to do some treatment initially. If possible, he is going to have to head back. And so we're just going to see if we might be seeing the likes of Harrison Poulter and Violet Olive Collins coming on soon if Morris can't continue. Marshall has to wait on the sidelines. I'm just hearing that it could well. Oh, it looks like we are going to have Morris heading off. He's only just come back from injury. Made his first start against Emily since having his own hamstring issue. And now we're going to likely see Stocksbridge's first substitute and a forced substitute. So just a big concern here. And James Morris is back to his feet. And will return to the fray. The game will start with Stocksbridge having the ball. I think it was a referee's stoppage. Looks like Harrison Poulter is going to be coming on soon. But James Morris is staying out there for now. Stocksbridge are down to 10 men for a moment while Marshall off the pitch. O'Connor switches it out to Igledon, who then clips it forward. Lemon heads it on. No one in the middle there as Burns will head it back to Petrovic. 55 minutes gone in the game, 0-0. Ball forward. Morris is not going to chase back for this. He's going to stay in that offside position because I think that might... It looks like he will be heading off James Morris. That's what's coming up on the board as Harrison Poulter will come on. He's gone out for a throw into Ossett on their left. And here comes, waiting for the substitute, but the referee will eventually notice, and we will get Poulter coming on.
Steel substitution, replacing number 9, James Morris, is 15, Harrison Poulter.
So Harrison Poulter will now take up that centre forward role. Very different type of striker to James Morris. He isn't going to offer the same sort of target man ability, the same sort of hold-up play, but he will stretch the defence more and perhaps will just be able to nick something off a defender at some point. And here comes Harris Poulter, who does make his way onto the pitch. He will be a straight forward stop, sent forward for centre forward. Callaghan throws it in the middle, finds Tweed, but his touch takes it away from him. Stocksbridge intercepted. Grezlak's just almost lost the ball, got it back, and had his clearances blocked. And Ossett trying to keep it in that position, and they've done very well there. Tweed on the ball, trying to get down the left, and in the end, he earns another Ossett throw. Good work from Tweed. Onto the left, here comes across into the box, but Turner heads it away. Grezlak controls it well, and Grezlak low forward to Marshall. Loses the ball though, and Ossett have it back, just couldn't hold on to it. Now it's Proctor carrying out defence under pressure from Poulter, but gets it forward to Crosby. Some good work from Crosby, puts the ball in, blocked by Tinker, takes the sting out, and it goes back to Townsend. Colton have doubled their lead against Belper. Liam Moran has scored the latest goal. Feels like Belper are just starting to lose touch with that top two at the moment as Townsend sends it away, looking for Marshall. Comes away from Marshall. O'Connor will head it back. Grezlak trying to get the touch, but it loses it to Burns, who switches out really well. Well, goes out to the left now. It's with Steele. His cross though has been blocked, and Ossett will get it back though, and it's mistimed header though from Callaghan, and it will be a throw into Stocksbridge. Stoke City were 2-0 down against Cardiff. They're now 3-2 up in the FA Cup. Lewis Baker has scored from the spot. Stoke determined to get to the 5th round. Maybe Stockbridge will get to the 5th round one day. Technically possible. But, I mean, Stockbridge have never had 5 wins in the FA Cup. But you never know. Every year it could be your year. Let me try to throw the ball back, but he's going to be done for a foul, and it will be a foul throw. I think it's been given as, and it's now a throw to Ossett. Go find that on your pad thing. As the throw is immediately been put out of play for a Stocksbridge throw-in. That just sums up this game, I think, doesn't it? Entirely so far. This low-quality match. Back to Owen, across to Owen now, who has the ball, and will send it up to Tinker. He has to turn under pressure. Tucker goes in, and goes out for a Stocksbridge throw. Tinker just couldn't get up to the pace he wanted to. Tinker with the throw in now, deep in his own half. And goes out to Greg's, knocks it forward a volley, but Burns clears it away, the captain for Ossett. Back for Tinker, launches it down, but Proctor heads it out again, another throw in. Tinker with the throw. Throw to Turner, we've got a bit of space, but then the tackle goes in and he keeps holding it while on the floor. Back to Dolman, who's going to try and get on the outside, puts a cross into the middle, but he doesn't make it even into the box. Proctor then clears away, but only to Turner, who puts into the middle. Poulter back to Greg's leg, but then tackled at the last, and Stocksbridge almost made something out of that. Forward to Crosby, who heads it on beyond him, but Owen looks like a control. Owen loses it to Crosby. Crosby into the box. Crosby takes a shot, saved by the legs of Townsend. Back to Crosby. Another shot blocked by Owen again, and Owen makes up for the earlier error. And Owen now takes a shot to Turner, but then Turner gets it past the man, and Turner will charge forward. Curtis Turner crossing the halfway line. Turner continuing with the ball, trying to find Dolman. Dolman just needs to put the cross in, cross to the near post, goes to Poulter, save to the near post, maybe should have took it first time, but it's a good save by Petric, and the Steels have a shot on target at long last. Corner kick to the Steels, their first of the game. That's something to get the heart racing a bit, isn't it? And now a corner kick. First of the game for Stocksbridge. This is where Danny Deakins really missed, but Turner's corner will hopefully pay the dividends here. Here comes Turner. Corner. Looking for that far post. Petric gets a punch and then being put back in the 6-yard area. Tinker's fighting for it. Gets it back to Turner, clips the post towards the far post. Owen's going to fight for it, goes behind, and then this one there will be a foul on. That was not a foul, that was very light, and Ossett get away with it on that occasion. So 61 minutes gone, I think. And that clock had stopped again, it turned out. 0-0, but Stocksbridge just had their best opportunity. Harrison Poulter having a shot saved at close range. Works up town, a 1-0 up on Ashton. Alexander Starchenko, the scorer. There's the ball cleared here. Goes back to an inflict on, look, Poulter tries to head it back into midfield, just misses Turner, but Stocksbridge still fighting for the ball. As Ossett now send it to left-hand side, but can't keep it in, and throw into Stocksbridge. Ashington have got one back against Pontefract Colliery. Jack Green has scored an own goal. And Emily have doubled their lead against 10-man Bradford Park Avenue. Belkia Rodriguez, the scorer. That's a fun one just to say. As Lemon has this throw-in. Launch it downfield. It's going to be cleared out for another throw, but this time it will be Ossett. So back to a throw in here to be taken by Callaghan. Trying to get it away from Ossett area, but Stocksbridge win the ball back. Poulter tries to control, loses it from that, and then it's going to be one that just rebounds into the Stocksbridge half. Tinker to it first, and Tinker will just send that one away. Throw in, is it? Ooh! I think that just come off the back of TC's head. Is TC up? I think he's not showing it. He's no selling it at least. Just came off the top of the bench here, blocked by the executive box that Ossett is sitting in, and then out and clip off the top of TC. Ball into the middle, and it is in the Stocksbridge box, but Owen's looking to cover it, goes out for a goal kick. Townsend has the ball back now. So with Townsend now, who will send this one away. Grejlak's going to have to challenge Edward. He just lays it, go to Askew, heads it back, and Owen will return it over. Comes off the back of Proctor. Dolman wins it though. Forward to O'Connor, heads it forward to Poulter. Sends with it, volley over, looking for Marshall, but headed away. Hey, Grejlak doing good control. Back to O'Connor, to Dolman. Dolman got an overlapping option. Finds Grejlak, gets it caught under his feet a bit. That slows it down. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor short to Dolman. Dolman gets it back to Grejlak. No advantage were given for that late challenge from Connor Qualter. The yellow card's already in his hand. And it will be our first Ossett yellow of the game. And Stocksbridge have a chance for this free kick to get a good quality ball into the box. And that is confirmation that Connor Qualter has been given the yellow. Looks like we're going to see Ash Butterworth soon in this game. He is getting ready to go on. He might actually see him right away. Liz getting the board ready. Well, we've got some a scoreline of a half to tell you elsewhere. Actually, while we're still having to wait. Newton Aycliffe 3-0 down, now 4-3 up. Liam Adamson has scored. That is an incredible result over at Bellevue. Here comes Turner's free kick. Sends it in. Header goes on, it's going to loop, and then head away. Morris hooks it back in, and then it's a shot. It's a side block by his own man. And the drought is over! Oliver Grejlak sends the 500-minute drought without a goal. The pole in midfield slams it home after his initial effort is blocked. The Steels lead 1-0. We've finally seen a goal, lads. Oliver Grejlak. Oliver Grejlak, what a well-hit effort that was.
Church is 14, Lewis Stevenson.
Oliver Grejlak with a well-hit effort. Jacob Bacon, by the way, and Lewis Stevens are coming on for us, and so is Ash Butterworth is coming on as well for Tommy Marshall.
10, Tommy Marshall is 14, Ash Butterworth. And also substitution at 8, 17, Jacob Bacon. And score for Stocksbridge with 7, Oliver Grejlak.
Finally, at long last, we've seen a Steels goal. And we'll update all the various changes that have happened soon, because Ash just come on for Tommy Marshall. And we'll get you the Ossett ones who've gone off as well in a second. I think that was more relief, that celebration, than anything else. The game's yet to restart, by the way, with all the substitutes. I think we're going to see Grejlak move to the wing now as well after that substitution. Actually, Grejlak's going to move into centre forward with Poulter moving on to the wing. Poulter had made some nice little touches since coming, huh? Definitely been a positive addition to the game. So Ossett have a throw in their own half at the moment. So the substitutions, Eddie Church and Josh Askew have headed off with Lewis Stevenson and Jacob Bacon coming on. As Bacon will come on, looking to get a goal for the Sheepy Cubs. So back here with the Steels, Tinker has the ball, sending the ball over the top. Looking for Levin, it's a great ball, puts a cross in, he just can't get a clean connection on it to get, but it's a good idea, and Petric said he's going to quickly get it looking for Stevens. He finds Stevens, sends the overlapping pass looking for Bacon, but like me, when Aldi have changed everything, he couldn't find it. Owen clears it away, looking for Bacon, and he cleared away. Ossett, Proctor returns it. Eagledon gets ahead of it, bounced off, and it is going to be it's an offside call. That I think the fans thought it was a foul, as in they thought that's what the referee had given. He said it was the offside because it's one of those on the foul, 50-50. You like it when your team gets them, you hate it when the other team does. Cardiff City have equalised against Stoke City. Levi Colwell has scored 3-3 at the Bet365 Stadium. And Shrewsbury Town are beating Rotherham United in a local fixture. Perry, the scorer for the Shrews. Ball goes over the top of Butterworth and Dorman then blocks it with his back, but then it is cleared away and it's going to be challenged by Crosby. Goes at Townsend. Townsend gets headed back to him. He's well at his goal. He needs to just boot it away. He's actually done really well because he's cleared it off Lewis Stevens and earned a throw for Stocksbridge. He's given all this fan base here a heart attack, but he's actually done quite well there. Bradford Park Avenue are one of the few teams to have scored against Emley. Jordan Preston has scored. He follows up that goal against us last week. So we might have a stoppage here. I think the referee... We're going to have some treatment on Jack Tinker, it seems. I think we're having a blood stoppage. Not sure what's happened to Tinker. Did he get blood on him? His mum's here. He could sort it. He could sort it. But looks like Tinker is going to have to stay off the pitch, so Stocksbridge temporarily down to 10 men. Carlton, by the way, are 3-0 up on Belper. Nathan Watson, the scorer. Missed that with the excitement to our own goal. Dorman launched that field. Butterworth heads on, having his shirt pulled, but it only goes back to Farah. Over to the left, Callaghan will look to send it down the line, and send it down the line he does, and does it with good well. Iggulden can only head it away. Lemon will stop it going out for a throw-in. Sends it away, but Ossett intercept, but then blocked by Turner, back for Proctor, who puts it back into the middle. Stockton not able to get it away. Sent out over to the right. Jacob Bacon with space to move into. Puts across him, blocked by Turner. It's going to just bounce in the box, and Crosby's trying to make a nuisance of himself. Butterworth trying to defend, and Bacon comes away with it. Bacon into the box, tries to keep it in. He can't do so, goes out for a goal kick. 71 minutes gone in this game. 1-0 to the Steel. Oliver Grezlak, the goal scorer. And it's a goal kick for Townsend. Townsend taking his time with it. It's been a long time since we've seen Ben Townsend be able to time waste. It's just nice to see. Silas Valladolid-Collins is preparing to come on. Sheffield United are back in the lead against Portsmouth. Ben Raksaki, the scorer. Ball goes forward. Butterworth, good touch for Butterworth, but it ends up, no one would be aware of it. Tweed intercept, so it's back now with Farah. And then it's a poor pass that goes out for Troy. So currently with Lemon for the throw-in. Launches that ball down, headed away. Turner tried to get on the ball, but Ossett have won it, clearing it downfield. And it's going to be a fight for Iggulden, but he can get it back to Townsend. Oh, it's kicked by Townsend. It's going to go out. It's going to be a corner. Oh, another heart attack as Townsend almost ends up on the blooper reel. Oh, that was a heart attack. Thankfully, Paul Iggulden follows the old defensive mindset of never pass it towards your own goal in terms of aimed at your goal, in case that happens. So it's a corner kick for Ossett, out of nothing really there. I will look for the far post, headed towards the end. Butterworth gets the block and Butterworth gets the clearance. And Townsend's pretty happy about that, as Ian Richards wants to substitute, and he will get it. Silas Valladolid-Collins is going to come on. He's going to replace Jack Dolman in a straight swap.
Still substitution, replacing number 11, Jack Dolman. 16, Silas Valladolid-Collins.
So, some fresh legs for that left wing now. Hopefully we'll keep stretching that Ossett defence to try and secure this game. But the Steel's have a throw-in to defend. Alfie Proctor has been using plenty of long throws in this game already so far. Anyway, another one to defend. South Wales takes position on the edge of the area. Launch ball into the box, but defended at the near post by Tinker. Ossett get it back, but it's deflected, and Valdell Collins will get it fall right for him. He turns and he faces. Alfie Proctor's quickly back though. He's got some pace on him. Valdell Collins has to send it back to Turner. Turner has pressure. Gets beyond Callaghan. Turner goes on. He's got Crosby in his back. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor switches it out to Lemon. Really well, patient and contained possession from the Steels. Out to Turner on the right. Looking to get the pass beyond, but blocked and out for a throw-in. Alfred Proctor, we've been joking calling him Brian May, but... And he is. God, he's Flash Gordon, isn't he? If we can get as many Queen references in as possible. As Lemon just lofts one away, but Proctor heads it away. Turner returns it. Poulter controls, he turns, lays on left to Valdell Collins, edge of the area. He's looking to take on his man, goes on the left, puts a cross in, not far off being a shot. It's a corner kick. It's well saved by Petrovich, who has to palm it over. Valdell Collins hasn't got a goal yet for the Steels. He wasn't too far off yet. Petrovich has to make the save. It's a corner for Stocksbridge. Ipswich Town are surely in the next round of the FA Cup. Jaden Philo-Genny has made it 4-1 against the Sky Blues. Burnley are also 1-0 up on Southampton. And Marcus Edwards, their signing from Sporting Lisbon, has scored. Yes, he has been Sporting Club of Portugal, actually is the correct term. I'll get angry Portuguese people. Who's one of their best players, and somehow Burnley have signed him. We don't know how that's happened. Turner with a corner now. Steels will be looking for a second. High lofted one in. Owen went for the header, but it goes out to the right. Iggulden returns it to Turner. Takes a touch. He's closed down by Proctor. Turner puts the cross in the left. Goes into the middle. Edge of the area. Gracelak hits it straight at Petrovich. Well hit effort. But it was right at Petrovich. Lemon's won the ball really well there, and it goes into Ossett's midfield. Lemon maybe just committed too far forward, but Butterworth's back to cover now that it's been sprung onto that left-hand side. Proctor on the ball as the rain pours down here at Brackenmore. The tackle goes in and goes across the halfway line. Will be an Ossett throw. And that's Butterworth's going to get a talking to from the referee for something that happened in the box. Some goals to tell you about elsewhere. Consett were 3-0 up, then it was 4-3 to Newton Aycliffe. Now it's 4-4. Will Shaw has equalised in what is one must be the game of the year. Liversidge have also got one back against Brighouse. Joe Walton has scored. Owen just headed away a ball. It's going to go to Bacon, who can only send it backwards. Poulter gets headed and he goes out to the right now. Gracelak going to slip it out. Can it fall to Valdell Collins? Bacon makes the last-ditch tackle. He saves the Bacon of this Ossett team. Waiting for that one. Ashington were 2-0 down. Very quickly, they've made it 2-2. Harrison Clark has equalised. And Rotherham United equalised against Shrewsbury through Clark Adoffin, and then Shrewsbury back ahead through John Marquis. 2-1 to Shrewsbury there. It's O'Connor, now to Valdell Collins, who's been great since coming on. Right now it's Gracelak trying to hold on to the ball, but tinkering on it, and it goes to O'Connor, breaks it out. Trying to go sideways, he's been held, has to get back to Owen, back now to Tinker. Tinker with his right foot finds Valdell Collins, no offside flag. He moves into the box on the left hand side, puts it into the middle, no one's there, cleared away. Okay, Ossett now being pressed as Turner's press was blocked by the referee, and Ossett is still on the ball before O'Connor makes a block, and it will be a throw into Ossett. And Bench Tweed tried to take the throw in about 10 yards down the line. He was not allowed to. And Jacob Bacon is going to get told to get back as well. You'd think Constable would find a friend in Bacon, wouldn't you? Ball goes forward, Valdell Collins heads it away, and then Proctor returns it down. Strong header from Eagledon, goes forward to Greshlight, loses the ball to Qualter. Outright, but lost as Stevens tried to get on the ball. Tinker's charging forward, lays it off to Valladolid Collins. He looks to switch it over towards Greshlight. Gets control of the ball in the middle, got pressure under his back. Back to Valladolid Collins. Greshlight pushed over as he makes the pass. Collins on the left-hand side now. Back to O'Connor, slips it back to Valladolid Collins, loses the ball though to Greshlight because he keeps ball, slips it forward to Valladolid Collins, back in the middle to Butterworth. This Steel side now with a goal, full of confidence, but then that pass is loose and headed away, and Ossett clear it, but only back to Owen, who's going to head it back into the middle. Tinker looks to challenge for it, but that's enough of a foul, and it will be a free kick to Ossett. Sheffield look like they might be winning again. They're 1-0 up on Sherwood Colliery. Connor Cutts has scored for the oldest club, and Cleethorpes are 2-0 up on Bridlington. Bradley Abbott has scored. Ball forward from Burns, skips across the pitch before Stocksbridge head it away. Return back into defence. Turner though intercepts and sends it away before Farah's going to just cover that one, and he's going to send that back to Petrovic. He's going to put the pressure not far off there before it goes to Burns, and now we're back to Farah. He's going to clear it away now into midfield, and Turner picks it up in midfield, sends it down the right, looking for Greshlight, but then he's going to be intercepted and cleared. Turner tries to touch it back, but Ossett have it back. Butterworth trying to tackle as well. Ossett finds some space in midfield through Proctor. Forward, poor ball, and Tinker will return it to left, and Valladolid Collins will get it on the left here. Facing up with his man. On his right, cross looking for the far post. Greshlight just about keeps it in the 6-yard area. You just hope that if Poulter had gambled, we might have seen another opportunity created. Instead, it's in Petrovic's hands. 81 minutes gone. Proctor in the middle with Qualter now. We force back it's going to go to Burns. Burns will send it away. Tinker now heads it away, looking for Turner, controlling it well. He's been put under a lot of pressure, back to the left of Tinker, tackle goes in, Stocksbridge throw. So back now with Tinker. Stocksbridge have not beaten Ossett United at home since 2021, looking to hold on for the next 10 minutes. As I could have got in but didn't follow it up, and now Tweed will break. Tweed looks to switch it. Held it well on the left hand side. Lemon trying to tackle. Here comes a shot. It's skied over the bar. 82 minutes gone in this game. It stands 1-0 to the Steels. Stocksbridge, who finally got their first goal. 5 games without a goal. They finally got one. Oliver Greshlight was the man who did it. 179 people here today at Brackenmore. Thank you for everyone who's come out in this cold, miserable weather today. And they might be about to see a winner. Mutov heads it on, but then returned by Bacon. Tried to be flicked on, but then goes to Stevens on the right wing. Looks to find Crosby on the right, but Eagledon really well just sends it out for a throw-in. Desperately holding on the Steels. Ossett trying to do what they can to crack this defence. Will be a long throw from Proctor. We've seen a few. Sends it down. Headed on, still in the box. Stocksbridge get it out the box, but Ossett take it away from it and try to get it out to the right, and it is going to be a Stocksbridge throw. Tinko taking his time over this throwing. Again, if we're being hypocrites. We love it when it's our team doing it. Hate it when anyone else does it. As Poulter climbed over the top of Butterworth, and that will be a free kick. I do feel like the free kicks for Stocksbridge, the substitutes for Stocksbridge have really helped. Townsend will come up to take this free kick. It is deep in Stocksbridge's own half. Back for Townsend. He'll take his time with it, as you'd expect. Ball goes forward. Butterworth is the man who's trying to get it, but it's headed away by Bacon. Goes into midfield. Turner wins the ball, goes to O'Connor. Forward to Valdell Collins. Tries to get it back to Grezlak, but it ricochets away from him for Eagledon. Returns it forward. Poulter will challenge. Head away to Butterworth. Butterworth, he's got an overlap option of O'Connor. He takes that option. O'Connor gets onto his right. Cross going in. Look for the far post. Grezlak there. Head away. Goes to Valdell Collins. His volley's blocked, and Ossett will clear away. Goes to the left to Alfie Steele. Back in defence, cleared away. Goes forward and all the way back to Owen. Takes a touch. Owen's under pressure. And then gets pushed in the back and gets the free kick. Now, it's Joe Crosby, who, to be honest, he isn't the biggest push in the back on Owen, but it's a daft one to do because you know what's going to happen. Here comes a substitution for Ossett. Oliver Johnson is making his way on.
Ossett substitution, replacing number 4, Connor Qualter.
And it's Qualter heading off, who's had the booking early in the game. So back for Townsend for this free kick. He will launch the ball forward, looking for Butterworth, gets the header, but it won't go anywhere. It will just go out for a goal kick. 85 minutes gone. 1-0 to the Steels. It's becoming a nervy one as we get towards the end. Petrovic sends it long. It's going to be a challenge for the ball, but headed on by Johnson, but he's only going to go out for a Stocksbridge throw. More goals to tell you about elsewhere. Nicky Walker has made it 3-0 to Cleethorpes against Bridlington. And Stocksbridge and Sheffield FC are going to win a game. They're 2-0 up on Sherwood Colliery. Another throw-in for Stocksbridge. Jack Tinker will take it. Launch down the field. Wins it, goes in the middle. Grezlak gets it under control. Gets past to the left hand side. Needs one in the middle. Takes it on himself. Petrovic gets the palms to it. It's going to be a corner kick. Grezlak looking for his second of the game. Another corner for Stocksbridge to try and get the second that would finish this match off. Turner to take this corner. Turner, whose set piece helped create that opening goal, the only goal so far. Now he's got a chance to put another delivery on that could just finish this game. Here comes the corner. High on look far post. Eagledon gets header, puts it across the 6-yard area, but it's volleyed away. Goes to Tweed, sends it back into right back, cleared away. And it's a good one. Look for Tweed. Tinker though sends it, and Tweed's very late on Tinker. Tinker's going to say that no, and he's going to be the yellow. It's a good job Tweed didn't get a yellow for that tackle in the first half, where he probably could have got it, because he is going to get the booking now, and it'll be Ossett's second of the game. Very late one on Jack Tinker. That sent Tinker spinning in the air and down to the ground. As Liv will administer treatment. 88 minutes gone in this game so far. So we're just having that break now. This, the worry for Stockbridge is that this just puts more at a time on. We might have to, if Tinker can't continue, we might have to see Elliot Murray in this game, and that is what Ian Richards is preparing. I don't think he's going to risk it, Jack Tinker continuing in this one. So it's Jack Tinker continuing to get treatment. It's not been a good day for Maltby Main in a South Yorkshire derby. They're losing 5-1 to Worsborough. Jack Tinker limps off after that. Very late and quite reckless challenge, really, from Benjamin Tweed. He gets the yellow, but in all honesty, could have been far worse. And Elliot Murray is going to head on for him.
Field substitution replacing the 3, Jack Tinker, is number 12, Elliot Murray.
The Steels are coming away from this game with quite a few casualties. We've seen James Morris head off with an injury, Tommy Marshall had an injury before going off, and now Jack Tinker as well. Potentially, that could be 3 players not available for next Saturday's game against North Ferriby. We have now entered the 90th minute. Our clock has broken, that isn't time going this long. So it's back, and it will be 6 minutes of added time.
Minimum of 6 minutes added time.
The long ball forward from Townsend, headed up into the air, still in the box. Butterworth with the overhead kick, which was picked up on the edge of the 6-yard area by Petrovic. Well, you can't blame him for trying, can you? The ball is cleared away, and Turner wins the header. Butterworth will head it forward to Grejlak, heads it forward again, look for Poulter, but cleared away by Farah. Knocked on, going back to Murray, who gets his first touches. He's at right back with Lemon at the left back role, following Tinker's injury. And now here comes Paul forward, going to the middle now to Crosby. Forward blocked, and it's going to go out for an Ossett throw. A minute has elapsed of added time. Long throw from Alfie Proctor about to come in. Ball is in the box, it's tossed down to the edge of the area. Here comes a short drill, takes a deflection, and then it's a last-ditch clearance from Curtis Turner. And Ben Townsend is going to be down after late contact on him. And Liv Phillips will go on to administer treatment.
179. Thank you for your support today.
Stocksbridge do have one sub left in case Townsend can't continue. It's Andy Ring, who has played in goal a few times for the Steels before, though he is a 40-year-old striker. So treatment continues, Townsend. It just adds more time to the clock, really, this. As Liv will keep administers treatment to the goalkeeper. Surely not a 4th injury for Stocksbridge today. We've had a brutal game in terms of knocks and tweaks and people having to go off. Townsend is back to his feet now, and the Steels will be ready to defend this throw-in. The Stocksbridge look to try and come away with this with 3 points. Ossett trying to do all they can to get a point. Launches the throw-in in. So Lemon's been pulled around, but he's going to get to the ball first, takes it out towards the left, and then gets a shove in the back, and it will be a free kick. 3 minutes of a minimum of 6 have gone. Though I suspect with Townsend injury, we will get another minute added on to that. As Townsend is taking his time, as you'd expect. One of those things, again, we've said it a few times already. You love it when it's your team, you hate it when it's the other, and we try not to be total hypocrites about it, but we do kind of love it when it's our team. Ball goes long here, looking for Ash Butterworth. Headed behind, and Poulter will chase, but first to it is Farah, who returns it downfield. Johnson tries to fight for it, headed away, but it goes to the left, and now here comes on the left. Here comes Ossett going forward, slipping the ball to the left, trying to play it in the middle, blocked, still with Ossett in the box. Trying to find a ball in. Goes to the edge of the area, back to Proctor, controls it, tries to get it diagonal, headed away though by O'Connor, and then Valladolid Collins will take it, just sends that one away. Butterworth gets to it first, he's been held by Proctor, but we'll get it back to Valladolid Collins. Appeal that's gone out, and it will be given as out of play. 4 minutes have now elapsed of added time. We saw Jordan Lemon get sent off for kicking the ball away like that last week. Proctor will have a long throw opportunity here. Proctor launching the ball into the box. Headed away to the edge of the area. Stocksbridge trying to fight to get it away, but it's going to go out on the right with Bacon. Putting the ball in, and Townsend will claim it at the near post. 4 minutes, 45 gone of a minimum of 6. I expect an extra minute to get on top. Townsend taking as much time as he can. Sending it upfield. Butterworth will challenge for it again. Gets something on it. Comes off Bacon last, and Stocksbridge get the throw in the Ossett half. Is exactly what they needed. Lemon with the throw-in. They're going to aim for. It's going to be aiming for Ash Butterworth's head for Shirley, who's been doing brilliantly since coming on. Lemon launching down, lucky for Butterworth. He wins the header, but then Ossett able to clear away. Turner gets it, lays it off for Grejlak, caught on his foot. He's going to take the shot, but it's blocked, and Grejlak will fight to get it back. But it is now Alfie Steele will try and get a counter attack going. Grejlak, good work on him, but it will be a push and a free kick for Ossett. It's in their own half. Petrovic is going to come up to take this free kick. A yellow card. The yellow card has been given to Ollie Grejlak. And it looks like we are going to need treatment here as well for the Ossett players. As Petrovic will look to boot this ball, Talk and try and see if they can create one big moment for the away team. It looks like Ossett will have a substitute coming on. It will be Oscar Raschke, the last man on the bench. He weren't even... I think because he's been in treatment, they're just going to take him off to make sure that they can get every man in the box. So yeah, that is Tweed coming off, the man who's down injured, and Raschke coming on. They just want that man in the box, extra man, don't they? It's quite a bit of a smart move, to be honest. I think the kids call that 5D chess. As Petrovic will have this free kick on the halfway line. One for the Seals to defend. Here it comes, launched into the box. It's going to fall a bit deep. Headed away by Eagledon. First man onto it is Poulter. Takes a touch. Can he keep it in? He can't, but that will be it. The Steels have won at last. 6 games you had to win, 5 games you had to goal. But Oliver Grejlak ended that just past the hour mark, slammed in a ball after a scramble in the box. The Steels then held on. Ossett did all they could to try and get an equaliser towards the end, but it's a clean sheet for the Steels. It's a goal for the Steels. It's a win for the Steels. It was 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels thanks to the goal from Oliver Grejlak. Thank you very much to everybody who has been listening today. We're grateful for all of you who have joined us here at the stadium and over wherever you live. Thank you very much. I've been Adam Allcroft, and I wish you a good night. Stay tuned to our social media for post-match interviews, reports and highlights over the next couple of days. Thank you and good night.